The nonfiction novel Lost Girls, an unsolved American mystery, opens readers' eyes to the case of the Long Island serial killer, opens readers' eyes to the paralyzing reality of escorting, opens readers' eyes to the prejudice that constantly corrupts our justice system and lets down thousands of lives a day. In 2010, the bodies of 4 young women were found in the Long Island area. Their connection? Each girl was familiar with the world of online escorting. The tone of this novel is both critical and at times even hostile. Through his use of tone, specifically directed towards the police, the author is trying to send a message that what happened to these girls, how the police neglected, discriminated, and ignored them, was not
Because
acceptable.
Davis's arguments are so obviously progressive and academic, I would guess that Women, Race, and Class is aimed for an academic audience with a progressive worldview. The most interested audiences for this work is probably young social justice advocates who want education in issues affecting people around them, or older generations who would remember the issues Davis discusses, such as the call for legal, accessible abortions in the 1970s.
Hi, and welcome to my presentation on how to be happy, based off of the international bestseller, The Happiness Equation. Have you ever Googled how to be happy? Well, if you have, don't worry. You aren't alone. In fact, most Americans have asked themselves how to be happy, and 86% have actually Googled the question, how can I be happy? But now, they don't need to research anymore. They have the answer, the happiness equation.
In this video, I'll be explaining Davis's examination of feminism in the slave era, the suffrage movement, and the birth control movement, and then extending this lesson of intersectional feminism to a TED Talk by Kimberly Crenshaw, explaining the multiple oppressions Black women suffer from today. Crenshaw concludes her talk by stating that
if we can't see a problem, we can't fix a problem.
and that the only way we can change violence against African American women is to open our eyes and recognize the painful reality they face, to bring these issues to light by saying their names and sharing their stories.
My daughter Shannon disappeared in the May of 2010. Hi, Shannon. When she was fighting for her life, running away from her murderer, she had called the police. She tried to tell them that somebody was going to kill her. I will forever wonder why the police took over an hour to get to Shannon.
If yes, then listen closely as I start my classroom lesson on how to be happy right now. Lesson is the best way to get the point of the book across, so let's dive in. But before we look at the solution, we have to look at the problem. 50% of working Canadians are unhappy, and it's because they have the happiness equation all backwards. They believe that if you do great work, it will lead to big success, which will lead to being happy. They think the equation goes something like this. Study hard, get straight A's, be happy. Interview lots, great job, be happy. Work overtime, get promoted, be happy. Here's how the equation actually works. Be happy first. If we start with being happy, then we feel great, we look great, we exercise, we connect, and we end up getting more work done because we feel so great.